back, family. Hope all is well with you all, man. I'm telling you. Alright, this is gonna be a continuation. This is my little series here. Let the world say amen. Alright? Understand that the one and only true Messiah is a moon ray A. Alright? Neter, Aferity, a moon ray A, Ash. Alright? Servant of 144,000. Alright? Understand that, family. And come August 12th, right? 2030, New Jerusalem, Crystal City, New Heaven and New Earth, right? The ending of their world is the beginning of ours, or the sustaining of ours, because it's always been ours. Understand that, alright? And another thing, alright, you all have to consider, family, is the toxic mind of the Caucasians when they have pictures like Freddy Krueger and Frankenstein and this, that, and the other. All those things are being broadcast out to you, right? Just like you're in your room over the airwaves through satellites and transmitters that, what have you, and just like you're in your home and you're standing in your room, and it's a man on your left in the house next door, and a woman on your right next door, and they're arguing back and forth over the cell phone, and that they'll kill each other and how they hate each other, right? If you imagine that these waves they create through the phone going through your wall, and you know it, and don't think they're going through you, but they are. Because do know that words aren't said to you, but through you. You feel me? And those erratic, evil thoughts, they shatter your peace. They destroy your peace. And we are constantly being bombarded with that. So we must set up a psychic self-defense, right? A PSD, right? To protect yourself, surround yourself by the impenetrable, invisible layer of protection of truth, right? Listen now. That crystallizes and births a shell around you and keeps all this negative energy frequencies from penetrating. You follow? Well, we must come to realization as a nation that we all are one, That event horizon, family. You, listener, are the one that shot Tuesday and Wednesday to bed. Do you know that you all are so powerful of a being that everything that you all have ever imagined in you, right? All's lives is a reality somewhere it exists, alright? It's a thought world. Every thought that we imagine exists somewhere within creation. That's why I say if you see, what you're seeing when you're meditating, then that's what's there, family. It's truly here, you see. When you remove the T off there, okay? Understand that. Every thought you ever had, world, is personified right there. So mind your mind for the duels of your soul. And yes, some are in different worlds of personified in this world, right? Like when Granny say, stop saying that or it'll come true, yeah? And it did. When you didn't stop, now these old people weren't in tune to a higher science of knowledge, right? But the experience points on earth, they have recollection. Whenever someone kept repeating something, eventually manifested, right? The only thing constant is change, and change is just the cause of consistency. For consistency gives results. However, you, that center point, the eyed entity, right? The Jed eye, view that as a positive or a negative demonstration of change by Pa'u, or the all. You feel me? Your thought becomes things because it's you that's creating your own reality. And if you have an issue doing that, just know it's you doing that, okay? Yeah, that's right, family. Understand that it is you doing that, alright? You are in control of your world, God. Goddesses. Are we overstanding this here? You are in control of your own world. That's why in the spiritual community, so-called, they say universe, right? You are inverse of yourself. You see? So if you're going through any trials and all that, and you have an issue, right? Just know it's you, and it's been you the whole time, right? Pull back that curtain and see that the big bad Wizard of Oz is just like you. Understand that, alright? Don't forget that, right? You are the big bad Wizard of Oz, okay? So let us say, to be redundant, I want you all to learn this so you all can help uplift others to their awareness, you followers. It's a us thing, yeah? But if you go to a friend's house and it's pleasant, with the temperature at 72 degrees, they step in to fix some tea and refreshment. While they're gone, you start to remember somebody that abused you in your life. And the more you try, not to think about it, the more you do, and you become hotter and hotter. And the Kundalini rises up your spinal column, Jacob's ladder, with 33 notches synonymous to 33 degrees of Freemasonry. You start having, visible symptoms and signs of that intention, perspirations on top of your head. Your heart rate increases, as well as your breathing, right? Getting heavier, right? And they, when they come back in the room asking, what's the matter with you? And you like, I'm just mad. Not at you, but at this person. And you tell them and you mention of what what had you appearing in such a way, what had you upset, right? Understand, family, that your temp rising and preparations and heart acceleration is all indicating that the energy in the form of heat has been risen up inside your body by just your thoughts, you followers. So your thoughts, fam, can create energy or heat, You can think of some and start getting hot, you heard me? So we know scientifically that thoughts create energy, right? You see what I'm talking about? Thought and energy are interchangeable, but matter and energy are also interchangeable. For example, if you think of a blunt and light it, fam, the light and heat are two forms of energy, fam. The light and heat convert that solid into energy, you follow me? So mathematically, thought and energy are interchangeable, okay? And matter and energy are also interchangeable. We're just technically saying thought and energy are interchangeable. That's how you say to a thing be, and it is. You're creating your own reality according to your thoughts, okay? Mind your mind for those of your soul, or your reality will, soon be out of control. Because understand, family, your mindset sets your setting, huh? Everybody needs a spiritual guide to walk you through this tender minefield of negativity, right? Energy always returns to the source of energy. Yeah, don't ever forget that, okay? So basically, understand whatever kind of thoughts you have, Tahuti, they always return to you whether they are good or not. It may not come back the same day or way, okay? But eventually all of your thoughts will return to you in the energy, aka intention created by it. So if you have negative thoughts and send them towards a person that's positive and loving towards you, you're not going to hurt that person. And listen, those thoughts will come back to you magnified in the form of negative energy. Return to sender, type shit. Existence is like a constant mirror. It's only reflecting back to you, right? The divine reflection, okay? If you're in front of a mirror, the mirror can't show you anything other than you show it. So if you smile, mathal, at the mirror, that's what you get. If you flip it off, that's what you get. What you see is what you get. Remember that? Whatever you're putting out is coming back to you, kid. Trust and believe. And also a sign for righteousness and a blessing. Walk in light, privation. Knowing that you can't see the creator, but the creator always has an eye on you. All seeing in being. You follow that? Walk in meekness and humbleness and truth and love. These are your shields and staff, family, tribe, Israel. Alright? Understand that, family. Alright? Understand that. I love you all, and contacts to the one and only true Messiah. Right here on this page, August 12th, 2030. Riz, Crystal City, New Jerusalem.